Hey everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. In Logan Paul's latest video, he has announced that you now have the opportunity to co-own a piece of his PSA 10 Illustrator Pikachu, the most highly sought after Pokemon card of all time. It's actually a really good video, well edited and entertaining. I highly recommend you check it out regardless whether you're a fan of Logan Paul or not. It goes over why the Illustrator Pikachu card is considered the holy grail card when it comes to Pokemon card collecting. Now, I'm just gonna cover you guys what it means to co-own a Pokemon card, what you're really getting when you're putting your money into this, and whether you should do it or not, because this is becoming a very hot topic in the hobby in general, and there are many different websites that are bringing this up. So what does it mean to co-own a Pokemon card or co-own a collectible? It is not really that new of a concept. It is actually very common in the hobby, especially for smaller collectors in general. It's super common. You have a couple of people who cannot own a first edition base set booster box. They'll bundle their money together, purchase one together, and own a piece of it, and they'll, as a group, decide whether they want to sell, trade, or do whatever they want with this collectible. Fairly common, usually done with a small group of friends, but now with the rise of cryptocurrency, NFT, and democratization of collectibles, a lot of people are bringing up the idea that what if a collective, a large group of people were to get together and with their combined power, were able to own or collect or hold on to something that is really collectible. In Logan Paul's case, 49% of the Illustrator Pikachu will be kept by him, and 51% of it will be available to purchase by other collectors or enthusiasts. So far, they've sold $400,000 worth of shares or pieces of this Illustrator Pikachu, so people are buying into this. Now, what does this really mean? You can buy a piece of the Illustrator Pikachu on Logan Paul's co-founded platform, Liquid Marketplace. It is not a new concept to co-own a piece of a collectible. Lots of other websites or companies are doing it. Some of the ones I can name off the top of my head are Rally, Otis, Collectible, Masterwork. All of these websites allow you to own a piece of a famous artwork, own a piece of a comic book, own a piece of a really cool sneaker or trading card. Now, at a first glance, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. So now you can own a piece of a collectible that you never had the opportunity to collect yourself because of how expensive it was. Now you can just own a piece of it. Well, there's a couple of major caveats. The first major caveat is that you're not really owning a piece of that collectible. You're owning a token that represents a piece of that collectible. What that means is that the value is really in the token, not in the collectible itself. So that is a major issue because the value of the token can rise or drop regardless of the value of the collectible. You're collecting a token that represents a piece of a collectible rather than the collectible itself or even a true piece in that collectible. And there are many issues with that. What happens if that collectible is sold? What happens if the company goes bankrupt? What happens to your money? These companies are not banks. They are not liable to pay you back if they were to go bankrupt. Your money is not protected in any way whatsoever. So that's the first major issue, is that you really don't actually own the collectible or even a piece of it. The second major issue I have with it is a little bit more philosophical, and that I believe that owning a piece of something that's digital like this is philosophically just not right for what I would want from a collector. As far as a collector, I want to be able to show off my collection, brag about my collection, display my collection, enjoy my collection, touch it, see it, feel it, experience it as a collector. That's what I want out of a collectible. And to me personally, owning a piece of a collectible online digitally just takes the heart out of what it means to really collect something. It's not fun to say, oh yeah, I own 0.0001% of Illustrator Pikachu. I'm practically a big deal. That's just not the same and not what I want out of my own personal collection. So philosophically, I just disagree with it. The ability to digitally own a piece of a collectible is going to continue to grow and expand and improve over the next couple of years. And I may be completely wrong. Maybe I'm just being a boomer and I just don't understand it. But I understand with the rise of cryptocurrency, NFTs, and all of this brand new technology that this is going to be something that could really rise in the future, where people are just collecting and owning a piece of a collectible on the internet over a digital marketplace rather than having it physically inside of their own personal collection. Not sure how I fully feel about it. I'm not personally someone that would want to have my collection in a digital space. I understand that there are people that are totally for it, and I can understand why some people have bought into Logan Paul's Illustrator Pikachu, especially if you're someone that will never ever be able to afford the money to own, look, or even see a card like this in person, why this could be an interesting prospect. So that's my major point. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you someone that is interested in digitally owning a piece of a collectible online? Do you think this is completely bogus, or whether this is something that I'm just missing out on? Because personally, I would not want to own a digital piece of collectible. I'm just someone that would like to prefer having true ownership over my collection, whether it be cheap or not. You know, there's nothing wrong with having a $1 Pokemon card. You don't need every card or every collectible to be a $10,000 or $1 million card. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys next time.